Hey guys and gals, A here. Welcome to another episode of EDC. Today we are talking tool pouch. I have an updated version. Want to know what pouch this is, what contents I have in here, and what it's for? Come on back because here we go. All right, guys and gals. Sorry, first off, if you hear some weird background noises. We've got work going on around the house and the property. And so I tried filming this outside and it was way too loud. So into the office we go. Yeah, if you hear random noises going on, that is what that is. So, such is life. When you film from home, when you work from home, you got to deal with some of those home things that go on. But we are talking today, not too long ago, I did a video in this Zero Feud pouch of my, my small little kit that has, fix-it items. It's kind of like a fix-it toolkit, and it held items that would come in handy, with little things that would come up throughout the day. And I took the contents of this kit, minus 2 items that got put back in this bag, simply because I don't know where to put them yet. And the only reason they got put back in here is because I replaced them with a better item. So this kit is no longer currently in use, and I'll have to figure out something to do with my Zero Feud pouch. But those contents all now reside in here, like I said, except for 2 items that got replaced with a better version. And I was able to add items to this because of the size difference. As you can tell, we are looking at a larger frame, as well as something that it might not be able to get thicker necessarily, but it does have room on the outside for larger items, whereas this does not. So this pouch, great little pouch, fits in your pocket, has the Velcro field, the loop field, so you can put your patches, your ranger eyes, and that's the pouch. This one has 3 slots on the back, 1, 2, 3, to hold different items, as well as a loop field, a Velcro loop field on the front, as well as a zipper compartment here. Now these are sold by my buddy Rich over at True Budget EDC and Prepping. Go check out his channel and give him a follow. And if you like this pouch, they come in an OD green color, which is going to probably become my med kit, as well as, or I might have another option for a med kit, but that would make a really good one. Or they have the coyote tan color, and this one I have set up like a grab and go EDC kit. If I'm in a hurry and need a run, all of my personal EDC essentials can be found right here. So those are the 3 colors Rich has, and guys, $15 for these. They can fit in your pocket, they can fit in a cargo pocket. But I'm imagining that they will fit perfectly inside of like a jacket or a hoodie pocket. So I'm really excited for the cooler weather to come, because for me that means more gear. That's why I do a summer lightweight carry, because I don't normally carry lightweight. I like having a big knife and a big flashlight and big items on me. And when I'm in, shorts and a t-shirt all summer long, not as feasible to have those larger items necessarily. But come fall, winter, spring, when the pants and the warmer clothes are out, more items can be carried, such as this. All right, so contents of this item, and what is this for? For me, this is going to be an item that I want to have in like my EDC bag if it's not on my person, which it will not always be on my person. Perhaps, day to day when I'm wearing, a jacket or whatever the case is, this might find its way in my pocket periodically, especially if I'm going to be away from home for a long period of time, out and about, or not in my normal setting, But more than likely, this little kit right here is going to be riding in my EDC bag, and not my Van Quest Dendrite, which is my current like small EDC bag. It's a fanny pack, sling pack, whatever you want to call it. This would not ride in that, but it would ride in my larger EDC bag, which I actually have one incoming, and I'm very excited to test it out and then let you guys know what I think. But it has been my Sitka, and I was going to grab it and show you, but this is not a Sitka sitting here. But my Maxpedition Sitka, the sling bag, has been my larger EDC bag. And so this could easily ride in that, no problem. And I would have the ability to have these items with me. And if I needed a fix-it kit, you know, grab this one pouch out of my bag and know I've got whatever I need. So what do we have in this kit? Well, let's start in the zippered compartment, which more mimics the style of this. So the two items that are in this pouch that did not make the transition over are a paper tape measure and a single P2 1/4-inch bit. So those two items did not make the cut. They didn't make the transition into the larger bag. And the first thing that you see, the green thing sticking up right here, that is why the paper tape measure did not. 10 feet, 10-foot tape measure, guys. Now, it is not very stout, it's not very wide, but it's a 10-foot tape measure. And it is slim, it fits wonderfully in there, has a little key ring, so I mean, technically I could even pop this off the zipper, pull on the outside if I needed to. But 10-foot tape measure, much better than trying to finagle with that paper tape measure. And 10 feet, that's a lot of tape measure. That's more than the other one was. So this has made its way into my toolkit, and that will probably see a lot of use. And then this is some Gorilla tape. I think it's about 5 feet wrapped around itself, and there's nothing on the inside. I just wrapped it around itself. But 5 feet of roughly of Gorilla tape. So if you need to repair something, you need to hold something together, you need to patch a hole, Gorilla tape will do that. And then if you need something a little more to repair an item, but tape isn't going to cut it, I do have one tube of Loctite super glue, and I have the cap separate because it currently has not been punctured. But that, you screw it on and that punctures it, and then you have access to the glue, and you can put the cap back on and reuse it, you know, seal it up and reuse that glue for a period of time, but it will dry out eventually. And then I also have a little hank of some, I believe this is Kevlar cord. So it has a pretty high tensile strength, but cordage nonetheless, and a pretty good amount. So I'd be able to tie something together. And then that bit didn't make it in because I have a whole little bit kit right there. 2 Phillips, 2 flats, 2 stars, and I'm probably gonna switch those out. That's a T15 and a T20. I'm probably gonna switch those out for a T6 and a T8 because those are used for knives. So that is the items right here. But one of the cool things about this pouch is it has a separate pocket on the inside. So you have the front pouch, and that's what resided in there. And then if you go behind it into the second portion, this is where I have, like, you'll see a theme going on with these items. But here are 2 of the little reusable cable ties. They're basically just like a piece of metal with rubber wrapped around, but reusable. You use those as much as you want, so those will hold something together. The rubber bands I had made the transition. That blue one is almost as long as that white one, maybe a little longer. The red one is a little thicker than those 2. And then I've got one more. Got a little small, more standard size green rubber band. And then I have a variety of sizes of these Ranger bands. So they're like a rubber band, a little less elasticy, so it's not going to stretch quite as much, but very stout. They will hold stuff together really, really well. And then I also have a few of these small zip ties. Got one more in here. Well, there we go. So I got 3 of those little guys, and then what that was getting hung up on that was causing me to not grab it is I have 3 larger ones as well. Now those do disappear inside of this. It's black, these are black, very hard to see. But so those are the contents of the bulk pouch. It is not a high-vis interior, which you guys know I love that, but we're talking a $15 price point and a pocket. I'll take it, guys. Oh. And so the item that just fell out here goes with the bit kit. Now this I got from Harbor Freight. I was looking for some more budget-friendly tools to go in here, because this is going to be a kit that, you know, if it's around with me, if it's in a pocket, if it's in my bag, if I'm out using it. I didn't want this to be a kit that very quickly got to like several $100s worth of gear. I wanted to keep it price friendly. That way I mean, it's just a little kit with me. It's not gonna be my go-to, you know, items that I'm gonna grab or I'm gonna lean towards. You know, I didn't want to throw, you know, Leatherman quality type stuff in here and then just have a really expensive kit that I don't want to use, or if I lose I'm going to be upset about. I wanted to keep it more, you know, like, hey, these are secondary items, but if I'm out and about and in a pinch and I need them, they could save the day, or, you know, they could get the job done. But, you know, if I lose it or something happens, or the fact that it's just a secondary kit that may not see much use at all, I didn't want to break the bank putting this together. And I love going into Harbor Freight and seeing what they have. And so this little kit right here comes with the Phillips head in it and then 6 spare bits. This, and look at how small this is. And it is ratcheting. So you have the knob here. So you can put it that way, or you can flip it, and now it goes the other way. So super easy. I like that, because you know, sometimes when you have a screwdriver, you don't have the height to get in there. So this, you know, you got your screw when it's locked in, and you know, the shelf that you're working under is that tall. You can still get in there and do what you need to do. So am I expecting a lot from this? It was like $3.49. I don't care. If this is incredible and works and never fails on me, great. If I never use it, who cares? And if it breaks, I can buy another one or look for something different. But $3.49, and look at that package. So small. You can put that anywhere. And here, you know, the bits fit really well in that pocket. This slides right down in this pocket. Perfect. So great little find at Harbor Freight. And then inside this middle pocket, you kind of have to push it up from the bottom, but I have just a blade. Once again, something cheap. I think I got this on, I think you can find these on Amazon in packets for, you know, like 10 or 12 for a few bucks, under 10 bucks. And then you can also get these on County Com for really cheap. But that's just a little razor blade sitting in there inside a little plastic case. Super lightweight, literally weighs practically nothing, doesn't take up much space, very slim, and you got a really sharp blade ready to go if you need it. So I got that. And then the last item in here also came from Harbor Freight. Now this was inside of a little small toolkit. It had 3 tools. It had this one, and then it has this one, and then it had a clamp. And so all 3 of these items were all 3 of those items were inside of a little kit, little plastic sleeve, and I think all 3 of them combined were like $7.99, and individually they were selling these of a little bit larger size for $3.99 or $4.99. So getting the kit was a much better price because you're getting 3, even though I don't know what I'm going to do with the clamp. But this was also a smaller size. This is, I think this one is like 4 3/4 inch. And then I think you got like 4, they were all under 5 inches. So all of them are very good for like pocket kits, EDC kits, pouches. And this needle nose one, it actually does gets down to that point. Those things are locking up on the end. So, I mean, you know, you now have a pair of needle nose pliers. You're not just working with the ones your Leatherman comes with. You have the adjustability on the end. You can unscrew that and, you know, separate the nose so you can get a little wider. You're not going to get crazy wide because these are, you know, really small pair. But, you know, I mean, you can grab onto, you know, something that is a little larger in size, and they fit in the kit. I do like the idea of, you know, cranking this up some to where it pinches to where it's meeting. And then if you were, you know, to be out and about, or I guess not out and about, out in the wild, and you have like your cooking, you know, in your pot on the stove, I mean on the fire, to boil some water because you're, you know, camping and you're making, you know, hot chocolate or ramen or whatever, and you need to go and grab the pot off of the fire and it doesn't have a handle. That's what I use these for a lot, because you could take this and put it on the lip of that pot and it'll lock in place so that thing is not letting go, and then all you have to do is grab this and set your pot, you know, down. So that's one of the uses that these have. That is really cool, because I know some people are not big on the lock-in ones. It is what it is for me, but that is one area where I do like locking pliers, because if the steam gets you or you're a little too close to fire and it's hot, you don't have to worry about accidentally slipping and letting go. These things are going to hold onto that pot and you're not going to spill all your water everywhere. But some lock-in pliers, and like really cheap. All 3 of these were $8, so, you know, not much money at all there for that, and it fits perfectly right there, just like it was made for it. So the only thing, there are some things that I want to add to this kit. I do have a WD-40 pen that I found in my gear, and finding those now is like finding gold because they don't make them anymore. And I was tempted, I'm back and forth on if I want to slide that in here and put the knife into the bag itself, or if I want to put that in a different kit. I don't know where to put that yet, because that literally is like finding gold. And then I was also thinking about adding some electrical tape, something with a little elasticity and a little different purpose. And then there was something else that I was thinking of adding to this kit that I'm drawing a blank on. But Harbor Freight, I need to hit up some different ones. The one near me didn't have it, but they have a new to me anyways, the Icon series, which is kind of like their premium gear. And they have a really small bit driver, as well as an extender, and then like a whole slew of bits in a really small kit. And now the kit would be too big to fit in here, but the bit driver and the extender could probably fit in here really easily, and it's been getting pretty good reviews. So I want to get my hands on one of those. Now that is not budget friendly. I mean, you're talking a really small bit driver and the extender, and, you know, a whole assortment of bits, and it's $45. So not the, you know, like $8 for 3, you know, not the $4, under $4 that this was. You know, it's definitely pricier, but it seems to be a really solid piece of gear. So I do want to get my hands on that, and if it does work well, I could pop that in here, and, you know, I'd probably nix this. So we'll see. I'm gonna just see if I can track one of those down. But what would you put in your small little fix-it kit, tool kit, that you would see would come in handy? What am I missing? What do you recommend? And seriously guys, True Budget EDC and prepping, he's a great guy. He's got great info. He has he's in the medical field, so he has a lot of dropping his knowledge there a lot. Great guy, $15 for these pouches. You really cannot beat them. So go check him out, give him a subscriber, add him up on those numbers. But for myself, as you guys know, I will never ask you to like or subscribe. You do you. I would appreciate it if you did both. But comment below, get a conversation going. Let me know what you keep in your tool fix-it kit, and let me know what I'm missing in mine. And I will be back with another video. So we will see you next time. Have a great one. And remember, EDC, EDC.